Hello everyone, Clint here. I hope everyone is doing great today. As you can see here on my table, I have a lot of different cases. I've done a lot of case reviews on this channel, specifically for cases like these that hold the S Pen for my Z Fold. Many of these cases have been fantastic, worked really well for me. They're great, durable. If you need a case, I recommend any of these. Unfortunately, I'm the type of person that does not like a case that much. I usually will ride my Z Fold naked. So I'll often just use one of these cases and I'll pop it on just so I can use the S Pen. I really enjoy the S Pen and its functionality. So much so that I even switch off of my Z Fold to my S22 Ultra just because the Ultra has that pen built in. But it doesn't take long and I'm back to my Z Fold. There is just something about carrying a full-size tablet in your pocket and having it with you everywhere you go. I am a big note taker. I've done a lot of videos on note taking and I really enjoy writing out things instead of just typing them. It helps me remember things. There's a lot of research on that. This is why I think having this S Pen is great. One of the greatest things about Android, of course, is you get cool things like S Pens and folding phones. It's fantastic. So what did I do? So about a month ago, I decided to bite the bullet and just carry my Z Fold S Pen in my pocket, just how it is. Why haven't I done this before? Well, a few reasons. I waited this long because, first of all, I didn't want to break it. It's a little bit pricey. It's about $45 when you get it from Samsung, and it doesn't come with your phone, so it doesn't come with one in the box. I didn't want to break it by, shoving it into my pocket all the time. However, if you look at it, it is a pretty sturdy little device, and I should probably give it a shot and try to treat it like one. Second reason was that tip. So fancy Z Fold tip, fancy spring-loaded that it has. There are no extra tips in the box when I got it. I was worried about somehow messing that up, so one of the first things I did was look up where new ones were on Amazon, and I found some reasonably priced tips here. $11 for 2 tips, $10 for 3 tips, a whole pen and some tips for $22, and so I thought, okay, that's not too bad. That alleviated part of that anxiety. The third biggest reason was I was afraid I was going to lose it. Somehow it was going to pop out of my pocket. I would set it down and walk away and just leave it somewhere. The S22 Ultra has a feature that alerts you if you leave the S Pen somewhere. However, the good old Fold does not. This one is not connected by Bluetooth or anyway, so you will not know if you leave it somewhere. Anyways, I made it through all those anxieties, and once I got all those settled, I went ahead and went for it. It took me a while to decide how I wanted to carry it. I knew I didn't want to carry it in my back pocket because it would slide around and then I knew I would sit on it and break it. So I decided to just do a front pocket carry. And so my standard setup for the last month is pretty much the same. I walk around with every day. I have the iPhone 13 Pro in my front left pocket, and then I put the Z Fold in my left back pocket. In my right front pocket, I carry a knife every day, and also in there is an Apple MagSafe wallet. This is the pocket, the right front pocket, is where I decided to carry my S Pen. I did make a conscious effort to put it in my pocket tip up. I just pictured smashing that tip into something every time I put it in my pocket, so I didn't want to do that. Fortunately, I never stabbed myself reaching into my pocket to pull the pen out. I carried this for a full month, whether I was wearing pants, shorts, or even my gym shorts. I pretty much settled into a rhythm of reaching for the S Pen at the same time as reaching for the Fold. This seemed to work really well for me, and I was able to get my notes down fast enough so I didn't forget them. That's always a bummer. There were a few challenges I ran into. Sometimes it's a bit awkward to pull it out of your front pocket when you're sitting down. Not too bad. Also, one of the biggest problems with the Z Fold and the S Pen is that it doesn't work on the outer screen, which can be a big bummer. Kind of slows it down just a little bit, but that doesn't have a lot to do with pocket carry. It's just frustrating. However, most of the time, this works really well for me. I now use my S Pen all the time, just like I used to with my Note devices. It's been great. What did I learn from this? Mainly that the S Pen is actually more durable than it looks. I think this is a common problem with today's electronics, especially these different kinds. People often worry about the fragility of the Z Fold. However, I've had two of these now, Z Fold 2 and the Z Fold 3, for the last 2 years, and I treat it just like every other phone. I hardly ever put a case on it. I carry it around in my pockets, everything. And it's been rock solid, and it's built like a tank. All in all, I would have definitely appreciated an S Pen built into the phone. I still am sad that the Z Fold 4 is not going to have one in there. It would make just life a little bit easier for me. But this little solution here has been pretty decent. I've had many uses for it. I use it all the time now. I really like it. If anything does wonky happen to it, I'll update you on that. But right now, I'm carrying this in my pocket. I would really like to hear where everybody is carrying their S Pen, if they're even carrying it. I know a lot of people don't use it just because you can't carry it with you, so I'd be curious to see. Anyways, I appreciate you all hanging out, and I will see you on the next one.